Today, I'm going to cover the brand new expressive voices released by Retell AI that are going to make our AI voice agents sound a lot more realistic. If we want the AI to be happy or curious or angry, these are all things that we can very closely fine tune and control to make the voice agent that much more realistic. We're also now able to get the AI to actually cough and clear its throat through the call as well, making it that much more realistic. Let's take a listen and see how this sounds.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
So, as you just heard, the AI there just cleared its throat, sort of coughed whilst it was reading out that first message that just made it much more realistic. And if you take a look at the bottom left of my screen on Retell, this is where we are inputting the first message. That's exactly what you just listened to and what got read out. You can see that I've now added in 3 voice tags or emotion tags into this first message, which really helped to make that sentence much more expressive. So at the start of this first message, you can see at the bottom left, we've got this excited tag, and that really helped to make the first part of this first message maybe a bit more emotional. We've then got the clear throat tag, and that was that sort of voice line where she coughed or cleared her throat on the call. And then we had a third tag as well with this happy tag, which added a little bit of a sort of more emotional ending to that sentence of how can I help you? And really all 3 of these tags worked together to make that sentence just that much more realistic than what it would typically sound like. So I'll run this again so you can listen to it again and just see how it sounds, and I'll compare it to the exact same sentence without any sort of expressive voice.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
Okay, so that was the version with all of the expressive voices and the clearing of the throat. And now if we do the exact same thing with all of those tags removed from the first sentence,
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
that is how it sounds without any of those tags. That's exactly what it would have sounded previously to this feature being released. And whilst it's not horrible, it's definitely not as good as being able to really control and fine tune the emotions. So for this video, I'm pretty much just going to break down exactly how these expressive voices work, how we're able to get it to work in the first message, but also throughout the entire prompt, so that throughout the entire conversation, it's also going to be able to use all of the different expressive voices that Retell has now released to make the entire conversation just like that. Now, not only am I going to go through all of these expressive voice features, but I'll go through a couple of other things that I would recommend turning on to make your voice agent just that much more realistic, which I'll also cover in this video. Anyways, diving into it, obviously this is Retell AI. If you're not familiar with Retell, I'll have Retell linked down below at the top of the description and also pinned in the comments. I do have my own affiliate link, so if you do want to support the channel, I would love if you could use my link. Anyways, if we go ahead and click into the top left and click on this second sort of tab right here, this is where we're going to be able to select our voice. So in order to be able to use this voice, we do have to use one of these platform voices by Retell themselves. We're not going to be using an 11 Labs voice or any of these sort of custom providers that are here. We're not going to be able to use any of their voices specifically in order to be able to use this expressive mode. But from my experience, these Retell voices are really great. And then obviously adding on top this expressive mode, it's definitely the go-to voice provider now if you are going to be using Retell. As for the voice, you can select any of these. You can obviously play around with them and see which one you like the best. Chimo is one of the most popular ones that we've been using. And you can just click on this play button right and listen to the sort of soundbite.
Hi, I'm Simo, an AI voice agent for Retell AI. My calm, friendly voice is here to guide you through anything you need.
So once you have selected the voice that you would like to use, if we have a look at the bottom part of this voice selection, you will now see this new feature. This is what has just been added, and this is the expressive mode. So by default, I believe this is turned off, so you will have to turn this on. If I click into this, you're now going to see this new tab pop up, and this is the expressive mode. Make sure to turn it on, of course, and you'll see 2 different sort of options here with auto emotion tags and manual emotion tags. Now, by default, I don't think all of these will be enabled. From my brief time playing around with this feature, I believe that it's best to enable all of them. So if you want to enable all these emotion tags, I've found the best results from doing that. And ultimately, how auto emotion tags works is that in the backend, Retell has a prompt that is automatically going to decide when one of these emotion tags or one of these emotions should be sort of engaged, which is sort of relatively connected into our current agent prompt. So if you do select all of these tags, you don't have to do any work yourself in the prompt of the voice agent to update anything. This will essentially happen fully automatically. And if you do want a little bit of control as to when these tags are used, if we click on this little settings tab, it will actually give us the instruction prompt that they're using in order to sort of initiate these different emotion tags. And we can read through some of that prompt. It's not the most advanced prompt in the world, and I'll get to that in just a minute, but you can read through it and just see when that tag would generally get used. Now, below this, you will see manual emotion tags, and this is where it says type any tag directly into your agent prompt. And you can see here, what we can do is take one of these tags, we can put these two brackets around it, and then we can insert that into our prompt. If there is any time that we specifically want the AI to clear their throat or sound, surprised or pause at any points, we can specifically get it to do that. And so these manual emotion tags is exactly what I used in that first message. If I jump out of this, you'll see that we have manually added in the clear throat, the happy tag, and the excited tag into this first message. And so just from my testing, I would also recommend doing this, adding these tags directly into the first message. Obviously, from the start of the video, you can see that by doing this, it does help to make it that much more realistic. And if you are going to be using a static first message, so we're not using any sort of AI to generate the first message, then we will need to manually add it in because it's going to get read out that exact same way every single time. Now, from my brief amount of testing, these auto emotion tags do work quite well. The prompt that they've got does seem to work relatively well to obviously add in these emotions throughout the current prompts that you have. Although from my preference, I did want to use this sort of clear throat emotion tag a little bit more than it seemed like it was being used through this auto emotion tag. And so I did make a slight update to the agent prompt that I do have here to add in a specific part to use the clear throat, just a bit more sort of a prompting added. So it's a bit more aware of the clear throat tag that it can use to increase the realism. I'll now showcase sort of a full conversation with this agent with all of these emotion tags added so you can listen to see how it sounds.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
Hey, Sarah, I was just looking to see if I'd be able to get a quote for a personal tax lodgement.
Sure, we can help with that. Is this just for your own return, or is there any business income too?
This would be for personal and business.
Okay. It can vary a bit depending on how complex things are. Want a rough range now or a proper quote after a quick chat with an accountant?
Are you able to do a rough range?
We usually don't give exact numbers on the phone since it really depends on your setup. But the first call is free and they'll give you a clear quote before anything's locked in. Want me to book that?
Okay, so hopefully you can see there it was clearing its throat quite a bit. Obviously, you can reduce it or add more of it depending on what kind of style you like. I don't think it's too bad to use it quite often. I think it just adds to that realism aspect. Obviously, we don't want to use it too many times, otherwise they're going to sound like they're sick or something, but does definitely help out with the realism quite a bit. Now, when it comes to adding in the other tags, essentially the way that these tags work, if we have a look at the first message, is that if we do the tag first, and then the text that we want to read out. If we have a look at the happy tag right here, if we want to read out the end of the sentence, which is, how can I help you? In that happy tone, what we do is we put the happy tag right before we're about to say it. So it says, we got the happy tag, and then how can I help you? And then it will add that sort of emotional tone pretty much right after it. And it will sort of use AI to figure out what I was referring to and what makes sense for the happy tone to be added to. So it does work quite well. There's not a whole lot of work we need to do in sort of modifying this, but ultimately just put it right before what you want to have the emotion added to. And then that is pretty much how to get it set up. At least from my testing, the excited tag and the happy tag are pretty similar. It is a little bit hard to tell the difference. We can click into the prompt settings to have a look at the different prompts that they're using for happy and excited. But if you do just want to test out each of these emotion tags to see exactly what it does to the conversation, what we can do is just jump out of this and I can jump into the first message and type sigh, for example. So this is just one of the emotion tags. If I replace happy with sigh and then replace that, if I go ahead and run this test, we can see what that sounds like.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
In that case, obviously it sighed right before it read out that sentence. Probably not appropriate at all for that first message, but obviously a lot of different circumstances where you might want to use that. Obviously that's helpful if you want the AI to sound frustrated or annoyed at any point of the conversation. So whether or not I would recommend that, I guess it really depends on the situation. You could probably very strictly prompt it to only sigh in sort of very annoyed or frustrated situations. Of course, you could do that, but plenty of options that we have. All right, so that is pretty much it for the brand new Expressive voices by Retell to help make it that much more realistic. I'm now going to jump into a couple of other things that I would also recommend turning on, just small settings to make it a bit more realistic in the conversation. So if you have a look at the sort of middle part of the page here, you will see the agent handbook. If I click on the agent handbook, what we're going to get is a couple of settings in the personality and tone section. And this is something that I recently turned on our agents to make them just that much more conversational. Essentially, what this is that Retell themselves have created a sort of master backend prompt that really forces our agent to be much more conversational, less strict, less professional, and it's a bit more informal, I would say, which is far more the average way that somebody on a customer support line would be speaking. And you can see here in the default tone section, I have selected professional plus conversational. And you can see that the goal of this setting is to make it casual, natural, with no robotic assistant vibes. And if I just click back on professional, you can see here that typically a response from your average large language model will give you back a response of something like this, where it says, I want to make sure I understand your question so I can share my thoughts or opinions on the right topic. Obviously, no real human would say that at all during a normal conversation. But if we were to swap it to this mode, the prompt that they're using and injecting into this should change that to pretty much just to confirm, and make it much more shorter, much more sharper, and that much more natural. So I would recommend turning that on, no doubt about it, alongside all this other stuff. The next thing I'd recommend is the natural filler words. We can turn that on as well. You can see an example here where it says, so yeah, let me just pull that up for you real quick. So much more natural, a lot less sort of LLM-like in its speech, and I would definitely recommend turning that on. And then at the bottom here, we've got high empathy. This is not something that I always really turn on. The point of this feature is to sort of reassure them, sort of feel bad for them on the call or something like that, but I usually don't turn that on. I do kind of find it adds in sort of an unnecessary sentence or two that is kind of just leading it on a bit further. I'd much rather just wrapping up the conversation and moving to the next point as quickly as possible. So with those settings turned on, I'll quickly do another conversation so you can see how that sounds, and then I'll turn them completely off and then run another conversation so you can see how it sounds before that.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
Hey, Sarah, I was just looking to see if I'd be able to get a quote for sort of general personal tax lodgement.
Sure, we can help with that. Is it just a straightforward individual tax return, or are there any businesses or investments involved?
It'd be personal as well as business.
Okay. Just to get a rough idea, is the business a sole trader in your name or a company or trust?
It's a company, it's a PTY Ltd.
Okay. A proprietary limited. For a proper quote, one of the accountants would need a quick chat with you. Want to set up a free intro call?
Okay, so that's how it sounds with the agent handbook pretty much fully enabled with those two different sentences there. But if I now go ahead and just turn off this tone and turn off the natural filler words as well, hit save, we'll now run it again.
Hi, thanks for calling Red Accounting Houston. This is Sarah. How can I help you?
Hey, Sarah, I was looking to see if I'd be able to get a quote for some personal and business tax lodgements this financial year.
Sure thing. We can help with that for both personal and business tax. Would you like to book a free chat with one of our accountants to go over your situation and get a quote?
Are you able to do a rough quote first?
It really depends on your situation, so I can't give a rough price, that'd be honest, but I can book you a quick free call where they'll go through it and give you a proper quote.
Okay, that'd be great. When can I book for?
Nice. Happy to sort that for you. Can I grab your name first?
Okay, so there we go. It's not terrible at all. I think my prompt itself probably has a little bit of that sort of conversational part of it already added in on top of that. But there were some things that I definitely noticed were a bit worse on that last one, especially at the last part of that conversation where I sort of mentioned that I'd like to book an appointment. And it was like, nice, book an appointment. But I thought that was just not necessarily the right response, or at least could have been done a little bit better, a bit more conversational, a bit more informal to make it sound just that much more conversational. So it's always going to be small stuff like that. But at least from what I found and the agents that we've been running, just enabling this does just make it that much more, a little bit better, which is always going to be great. So definitely the settings to turn on. Anyways, I hope this video has been helpful in getting your agents to sound that much more realistic. I would 100% recommend turning on these brand new features. They sound pretty great. And just for my last note, I've recently discovered that 90% of you watching right now are actually not subscribed to the channel at all. So if you could make sure that you are subscribed, hit that red subscribe button, that would be amazing.